This guy is considered the closest thing we've ever had to Michael Jordan. But it's been said that he could have won more rings. The same could be said about these guys. And this guy. And let's not forget about this guy. You see, these guys, as well as many others, had to find a way to deal with the same problem. This guy. Yes. I'm talking about the no-thrills, fundamentally sound, legendary power forward, Timothy Theodore Duncan. 5-time NBA champion and widely regarded as the greatest power forward in NBA history. And I agree, with a career like that, he has more than earned that title. But is he the most talented power forward of all time? You see, I believe that title belongs to this guy. The big ticket, Kevin Maurice Garnett. He is currently known as the undisputed greatest Timberwolves player of all time, and for good reason. He literally dominates almost every all-time statistical category for the franchise, and he is the only Timberwolf ever to win a league MVP. KG retired in 2016, and at that time, he was the only player in NBA history to be in the top 50 all-time in each of the 5 major stats. He is also number 1 all-time in defensive rebounds, well, since the stat began being tracked in 1974.
Rebound, and there it is. KG now the all-time leader in NBA history in defensive rebounds.
But what really separates KG from Duncan is his versatility. Kevin was far more athletic than Duncan and was virtually able to guard any position. His playmaking and ball handling abilities were also unheard of at the time. On top of that, he was still an elite low post scorer, but even better than Duncan shooting the rock. Tim Duncan mastered the position from a more traditional sense. Offensively, he operated solely out of the post area and the pick and roll. He honed in on the fundamentals of the game to make up for his lack of athleticism. Duncan's bread and butter was the face-up game. His superior footwork allowed him to jab step or ball fake his defender into a ton of buckets. He was a no-thrills, super efficient kind of player. Minimal wasted motion, and even preferred to shoot his shots off the glass. But if Kevin was just as good as Duncan, if not better, why did Duncan have more success? I think the clear answer here is the help. After all, no one wins alone. Jordan needed Pippen, Horace, and Rodman for his rings, and had Phil Jackson coaching every single one of those years. Every one of Duncan's championships included one or more Hall of Fame teammates. And let's not forget Coach Pop, the all-time winningest coach in NBA history. He was there for them too. During Kevin's 12-year career with Minnesota, Garnett played with 0 Hall of Famers. His longest-lasting star teammate was Wally Szczerbiak, who wasn't really considered a star to begin with. Even with this, Garnett took a team that had never been to the playoffs to the postseason for 8 straight years. He also took them to the conference finals in 2004, when Latrell Sprewell and Sam Cassell joined the team for a brief stint. Tim Duncan played the majority of his career with 2 of the all-time greatest international players ever. Manu Ginobili was an offensive genius and pioneer of the popular Euro step we see today. Tony Parker was an offensive mastermind as well. He was one of the fastest players in the league and has popularized the floater shot that we see many guards use in today's game. There is no question that number 9 and number 20 were a huge reason for the Spurs' success during those years. When Kevin arrived to Boston in the 2007-2008 season, he got a number 9 and a number 20 of his own. and they won a championship in their very first year. And many believe that by this time, KG was past his prime. Imagine the damage he could have done to the league had he gotten real help sooner. So that leads to the famous question: what if? What if KG and Tim Duncan swapped teams for their career? Would we be looking at the GOAT power forward debate a little differently? Or would KG still be trailing Tim Duncan like these guys?